What's up, guys? I just want to bring something to your attention today. This is going to be a special presentation. I was reading USA Today this morning, and it was actually an article that had been posted from last year. And I wanted to bring it to all of my followers' attention. It's very important that we share things like this that are true, and even though they are difficult to talk about because it needs to be addressed, and that is cell phone distracted parenting. Come on, how many of us, come on, how many of us are guilty of cell phone distracted parenting? Now, this is not a time where I want to come here and talk about throwing rocks at parents because I would have to pick up a rock and throw one at myself. Let me give you some examples of cell phone distracted parenting. Sometimes we'll just give our children a piece of technology and let them be distracted so we can do something else. You know what I mean? That's kind of like technology based childcare, I suppose. Another way that this can happen is that you and I are on our cell phones and we're just ignoring them. You know, they're talking to us, they're trying to ask us questions, they're trying to, and let me tell you, um, young people today are going to Google to get their answers rather than their parents. And you might not like the direction that Google answers their questions. You might want to know what questions are your children asking. So they're asking, they're talking, and you're kind of distracted. Another way there is this problem with cell phone distracted parenting is driving. Come on, how many of you know that one of these have probably spoken to you, or maybe all of these have spoken to you? All of these instances, cell phone distracted driving, where we have children in car seats and we have children, sitting with us in the car, and we're on our way from here to there and we're on the cell phone just kind of scrolling. And here's the deal. Me too. Me too. So when I read this article this morning, it shook me. So as I read this to you, I want it to shake you. If this video, Imagine if this live video causes one parent to think, to look up, you know what I mean? We're at the pool and our kids are out there and we're thinking they're fine, we're not hearing any noises. If this video causes one parent in one moment to look up, and that one moment saves a child's life, this is worth it. If it causes one parent who's driving down the road and doing this to look up and saves that child's life and saves their life, is worth it. All right? That's how shaking this article was to me. And we won't ever know if it worked, but we will know if it didn't work. The whole world might not know how that accident happened or how this happened, but we'll know. I have been shook by the amount of child drownings in our nation and on my Facebook feed in this summer. So I'm going to read this article to you. Let me quote, where it came from and everything. USA Today. This article was published last year, but it's absolutely accurate today. It was written by Josh Hafner of USA Today Network. It was published on August the 15th, 2018. Let me just read it to you. Child drownings linked to phone distracted parents. Child drownings linked to phone distracted parents who fail to look up. The world's largest lifeguard organization claims there is a direct link between child drownings and the smartphones parents hold in their hands. A German lifeguard association, which fields 40,000 volunteer lifeguards across Germany's lakefronts and beaches, issued a warning to adults on phone distraction after more than 300 drownings. 300 children drowned occurred in the nation that year, The Guardian reported. Ooh. We're experiencing on a daily basis that people treat swimming pools, and I would add cars, like a kindergarten and simply don't pay attention, said Peter Harsim, president of the German Federation of Swimming Pool Supervision, according to the newspaper. German lifeguards also blamed a lack of mandatory swimming education, ding, 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 in school systems at a time when parents are increasingly too busy to squeeze in swimming lessons for kids, The Guardian reported. Last month, police in the United Arab Emirates warned parents to put down phones at the pool after two boys, 8 and 9, drowned in separate incidences in June. Families should not be busy with their smartphones while children are swimming and should avoid filling the swimming pool to the maximum, said the police investigator in a statement. The global concern exists in the United States as well. A Texas mother was charged after a witness reportedly claimed she was using her phone while 3 of her children drowned in an apartment complex pool in 2015. Did you hear that? Look, don't get distracted by what you would have done and how ignorant she was and she ought to go to jail. We're not talking about her. Okay, those 3 children are forever gone. Nothing fixes that. Okay, I'm bringing you this discussion today in hopes that you will look up, in hopes that I will look up. And maybe that one time that if this crosses our mind, I remember, oh man, I've got my cell phone, I'm at the pool, or oh man, I got my cell phone, I'm in the car, oh man, I got my cell phone, where's my child? Maybe I want that to ring in your soul. Look up. Where are they? Listen to this. Drowning rates are the highest among children ages 1 to 4, according to the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC. Most such drownings occur in their own home pools. Community health advocates in Fort Worth, Texas, pleaded with parents last year to lifeguard your child by putting down your phone at the pool. I don't think parents understand how quickly and quietly drowning occurs, Sharon Evans said, an outreach coordinator for Cook Children's Hospital. There is no thrashing, no yelling for help. The drowning child is just trying to push up from the bottom or down on the water to get their head above the surface and to grasp for air. Okay, so I also read an article recently about drowning and how it is different from the way we think it is experienced and the way that it occurs, that I'll bring to you at another time. But here's my plea to all you parents out there watching this live or watching this recorded. Look up. I want those 2 words to sear in you as you think, oh, I got to get that text to them that I'm going to be home. And you'll never, ever, ever be home. Or maybe you go home, but that child in your back seat never, ever, ever makes it home. Look up. Bye, guys.